If you've ever wondered how news reporters operate, you're going to be surprised today. Peter Doocy, whose name has been in the news a lot lately, is the subject of our discussion. The issue is that you don't know how his mansion actually looks. You've all seen him on TV, but wait till you see his way of life. In his house. It's not quite the glamorous lifestyle you might expect, to put it bluntly. It's hard to avoid his apartment because it's so controversial. You should see this movie through to the end because what you see could change how you view him and his lifestyle. I guarantee you won't want to miss this. Peter Doocy is renowned for his journalistic skills and political contacts, but what about his personal life? We don't often get to see these big figures' private lives, which is why we're taking you onto his estate today. When you think of a house, you probably envision grandeur, pricey furnishings, breathtaking landscape, and a comfortable space. As you can see from the photos, Peter's mansion doesn't truly fit that description, which is why people are talking about it. His house seems to have been built with impressing in mind. Both the architecture and the amount of room are amazing. However, upon closer inspection, something appears odd. The space that is supposed to be a sanctuary just isn't as cozy and warm as you would expect. The furniture seems to have been selected more for show than for functionality. Imagine walking into a living room with cold, hard furniture that makes you want to leave rather than invite you to relax. And that's only the beginning. One of the first things you notice about Peter's residence is that it lacks a human touch. There are no family photos or the little touches that make a house feel cozy. Instead, the walls are adorned with enormous, impersonal pieces of art that belong in a museum rather than a house. It appears that the house was built more for aesthetic purposes than for comfort or usefulness. Every nook and cranny seems to have been carefully chosen, albeit not in an inviting way. In every aspect possible, the house seems to be pleading for attention. The interior design comes next. The colors are neutral, maybe a little too bland. Instead of feeling warm and inviting, it feels a little cold and sterile. The rooms appear empty and inhospitable, even if they are large. There's no warmth, no personality. It's the kind of environment where everything seems perfect but isn't quite cozy. You have to ask yourself, why does a space like this lack character? The home appears to be more concerned with leaving an impression than with giving its residents a comfortable place to live. The kitchen, which should be the focal point of any home, is another area where Peter's mansion falls short. Given that it's a mansion, you would expect to see a stylish yet functional kitchen. Instead, it's a room filled with too many pricey devices and surfaces, making it overwhelming. The kitchen feels more like a showcase than a place where food is produced and shared. It doesn't feel cozy and welcoming, more like something you'd find at a restaurant than a home. Additionally, there is a lot of shiny surfaces and voids devoid of any personality or warmth. Now let's talk about the restrooms. A mansion's restrooms ought to be luxurious and tranquil, wouldn't they? But at Peter's residence, the restrooms are cold and impersonal despite their marble, smooth and glossy surfaces. You wouldn't find these restrooms in your house, but you might find them in a 5-star hotel. For a moment, everything seems well thought out, yet nothing says this is where you can relax and unwind. They feel more like a place to swiftly go from than a home to retreat to at the end of a long day. What about the bedrooms? If you believe that, the bedrooms are as strange as the rest of the house. Imagine a large room with a huge bed, but without any personality and with blank walls. Because of the sparse furniture, the room seems to be lacking something fundamental: comfort. A place to sleep ought to seem like your own personal sanctuary, yet in this instance it feels deserted. It appears that Peter's mansion is less about creating a tranquil environment and more about showing off space. The outdoor space comes last. Photographs of the exterior of his estate will give you an idea of the magnitude of the property, with its vast grounds and grand entrances. But even this room feels weird. Instead of lush gardens or cozy outside spaces, there is a sense of desolation. There is no feeling of habitation or warmth outside. Appearance is more important than comfort. There's nothing here that makes you want to go outside, which is exactly what a mansion's backyard should do. So what is going on with the estate of Peter Doocy? It's clear that you wouldn't anticipate feeling comfortable or relaxed there. More important than making the house feel cozy and lived in is making it look good. The cold furnishings and impersonal interiors give the impression that the house was constructed more for display than for living. It's not so much a cozy family home as it is a showcase meant to wow. What is the big picture now that we have seen all of these details? Despite being opulent, Peter Doocy's estate lacks the most crucial feeling of home. The apartment lacks the warm, inviting atmosphere that a house should have, despite its initial pleasant appearance. Is this the way we want to live? It acts as a reminder that a home's emotional impact can occasionally outweigh its size or cost. Thank you for taking this tour of Peter Doocy's property. Do you think he should make some changes to make his house feel cozier and more welcoming? Or do you think it's okay the way it is? Please remember to leave your thoughts in the comments box below, as well as to like and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. See you at the following one.